the Senate will be adjourned alongside the House for the next 3 months. Can the Senate conduct a trial during the break muna? Is that possible, Attorney?
Yes, yes. So very much possible. In fact, that should be the case. That's the constitutional mandate of the Senate to proceed with trial immediately upon receipt of the articles of impeachment, regardless of whether or not it is on adjournment the moment it receives the moment it receives the articles of impeachment. If you look at the Constitution, what it says, the Senate must immediately proceed with trial. Okay, it's not qualified by whether or not it's not qualified by if the Senate is not in session, then the Senate cannot do it. No, there's no qualification. And you know, I think we now drive home to the main point, Dwight. The adjournments of the House, the adjournments of the Senate only affects their function as a lawmaking body.
Okay.
I repeat, adjournments of sessions by the House and the Senate only affects their law-making, law-passing functions.
But
right?
not what?
But not their other functions other than lawmaking. And what are these other functions that Congress may have other than lawmaking? Number one, we have when Congress acts as the National Board of Canvassers, canvassing the votes and proclaiming the vice presidents and the president of the republic, all right? And luckily for our side, Dwight, we have presidents. We have the case of Pimentel versus House of Representatives, okay? We are applying this by analogy, okay? I will explain very quickly. In that case, Senator Pimentel filed a petition in the Supreme Court arguing that the Congress converted into National Board of Canvassers, right, cannot continue with this function if Congress is already adjourned sine die. That was his argument. So he said, the moment Congress adjourns sine die, then it ceases to function as Congress, so it should cease to function as the National Board of Canvassers. Okay? In that case, the Supreme Court said no. The Supreme Court said that when Congress acts as a non-legislative body, i.e., for example, as a National Board of Canvassers, despite the adjournment sine die by the House or by the Senate or by the Congress, okay, it should continue functioning as such until such time that it is able to deliver what's supposed to deliver. That is to proclaim the president and the vice president, regardless of, number one, adjournment, sine die, and regardless, it is important, Dwight, regardless of the change of composition. So for me, this is it. We have precedents, although it's not in all force with the case now, but we can apply it forcefully with all force by analogy. The argument now is like this. If the Supreme Court in the Pimentel case said, despite adjournment sine die by the Congress, when Congress acts as a National Board of Canvassers, i.e. not as a lawmaking body, it's not affected by any adjournment.
So does that work also for impeachment?
Yes, exactly. So if we were to dichotomize the functions of the Congress, on one hand we have the lawmaking functions, and on the other hand we have the other lawmaking functions. We can lump in this category of non-lawmaking functions impeachment and when Congress acts as the National Board of Canvassers. That's the argument.